Day 213. Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgan 111, and welcome back to Blueprints. Last time, we found some new puzzles that feel like they're getting harder because I don't have much of an idea what to do with them. Let me just read back what we saw. I've transcribed them because they were hard to see on the pages where we saw them. First, a hidden U. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. So, from a prism pristine, 3 paths convene. If we just take a look at the map, like the entrance hall, I guess, is blue, so the antechamber is maybe black? Or, well, no, the antechamber's a blue room, too. I was thinking possibly one of these, I guess the entrance hall is like a prism pristine, 3 paths convene. Like there's 3 different entrances at the entrance hall, I guess. Could maybe be the explanation of that. But 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. Alzara, the only colors he mentions in the prophecies are white, black, and red, and white is not like a color of room, really. I was thinking that could be shades foreseen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. A sum of 18. Like the colors are red, orange, gold, green, blue, black, violet, and prismatic for something like the aquarium. And I don't think, I guess maybe like prismatic has like 7, 8, 9 letters. So then maybe the other 2 colors could be like blue and green or something, and then like the total number of letters you're using is 18. But, like, what are we doing? Are we drafting, like, 3 different lines of color? Are we trying to get to the antechamber? Are we just drafting part of the house? But the one left hidden remains to be seen. The one left hidden. Like, I just don't know how to interpret that. So, I'm not sure what to do there. I might end up asking for more hints there. Then the other thing we found has a little bit more of a lead, it sounds like. Tended rose vine? My dearest darling son, I'm quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose-wary, wary of roses. We should keep an eye out for thorny plants. For the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. That I'm not sure quite what it means. One final counsel I shall leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Arave, or whatever her name is. So, waters of the West Spring. I am curious if I can use the watering can to go fetch a different type of water. And so that's going to be my main goal. In order to get out to the West Spring, I think I need to use the garage. So I need to try to get the car keys and draft the garage and, yeah, make my way out to the west. And then I also would need to get my watering can back out of coat check. So I'm going to do some basic drafting in hopes of all of that happening. There's a nice trunk for me, which I may yet use. We will see. See me rhyming after reading those poems? It's just the type of thing that we can expect from... I ran out of rhyme, sorry. Well, I've drawn the library, and I am curious to see if the pages... Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is still here. You know, I was so excited to read it, I didn't even look carefully to see if there was anything else not obviously splooshed blue that we needed to look at. I think that's just like a water stain there. I don't think there's anything else there. And how about over here? Tended rose vine. This is in all caps. And then when I take a look at it under the magnifying glass, it is no longer capitalized. I failed to notice that before. That's the type of detail that could be important. Also, this all caps font is reminiscent of the font used in the attic and on the schoolhouse note, possibly. I'm gonna have to compare that now that I'm seeing it again. Okay, always good to look at things again with fresh eyes. And were there any other books where I needed to get the full checkout list? Let me double check my notes. I think I have all of them. I'm not sure if I have all the ones, the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, so I'll go ahead and check that out. So I'll be able to take a look at that again next time. Still trying to find some car keys. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that I still have my Royal Scepter. The Moon Pendant must have saved it. And I presume the Royal Scepter still says black for some reason. Now it says green. Interesting. So it's just like changing every day for some reason. And I did not choose a color. I'm not sure what's up with that. But okay. The scepter has its own plans. Fair enough. Right, what am I saying? I don't need the car keys to get out to the west path. I need to get the utility box so I can switch the power. I just drafted the garage and it occurred to me I'm looking for the wrong thing. Oops. I see, this font was not in all caps. I was thinking it looked similar to the all caps version of the Vine stuff, but maybe not. Okay, it was looking pretty dodgy, but everything kind of worked out. Here is my watering can, which has been returned to me. I'm not sure if I can tell how much water it currently has in it. It says limited capacity 3, but I'm not sure if that's just telling me about the capacity. I just drew the utility closet and turned on the garage. And so let's head back over there, and hopefully there's some green rooms. Yeah, there's green rooms nearby that I can empty out the watering can if I need to. And while I'm here in the rumpus room, is there any way to interact with this record player? The other phonograph had like a little handle thingy to spin. I don't have the pick sound amplifier, but I don't see any way to like play back this record player. Been meaning to look at that. Watering can, oh dear, the watering can is filled with water. So I need to empty it, which means I need to backtrack over to the veranda as well as go into the courtyard, because I think those are my only green rooms currently. Yeah, but fortunately that's not too far away. So out on the veranda, I can pour some water. And then up in the courtyard, I can pour some water. I also have an experiment going where if I dig up trash, I get observatory stars. And it's actually worked out really well today. Oh, a turnip. That's actually also really helpful. Make sure I have plenty of steps for walking the grounds once we go outside in a moment. But yeah, now I should be able to open the garage door and we can try to find the quote-unquote West Spring with an empty water bucket, is my hope. So, I've not done this in a long time. Green, oh, hey, there's places to dig in here too. A coin, lucky me. I have the root cellar, so I can also dig out there. I might find some more turnips or get myself some more observatory stars. And just racking up all the observatory stars are useful in case there's ever a day where I'm going to need the inkwell for like infinite redraws. Okay, so West Spring. Where does the spring originate? I feel like it maybe actually comes out through the house. But really, I've not been on this side of the property in a long, long time. So it'd be useful just to walk around it all with some fresh eyes and see what I see. Big roots coming in over here. The ladder on the side of the house. Guess that would be like the clock tower or something, I don't know. Well, no, the clock tower's in the front. Yeah, I don't think it'll cost us any steps just to do some walking around and inspecting the outside of the house. And so let's do that again since we haven't done it in a while. I don't expect that we'll find anything, but we'll keep our eye out for any rose bushes or thorny vines or anything of that sort or ilk or nature. There is a bird bath over here. Can't fill the watering can in the bird bath. Here is the veranda that I was on. So you can actually see it from the outside, and it has like its appearance, and I can see the holes that I've dug. So that's pretty cool in terms of detail. We're coming up on the water. So West Spring. Yeah, it's just like coming out of the house. This is the west side of the house. That way is north, this way is west. So West Spring. But there's nowhere here that it seems that I can like click on it with the watering can or anything. So I guess I'll go farther. Guess I'm trying to like click along here, but then I also just want to look around. I mean, this is a part of the house that we could have accessed easily at any time because the gate is here. It's only on days with the garage open that you can actually get the little plank to get into that north section. But over here, nothing too exciting. What about further on down here? Another thing I was thinking is, I think this like runs down the mountain. We might be able to get the water from the West Spring down from the precipice, like down at the waterfall that's like falling down right here, possibly. That would be West Spring water, I presume. But I feel like I should do my due diligence while I'm here, both to make sure that there isn't an angle that I can get some West Spring water in my watering can from here somehow magically, mysteriously. Or anything else that I'm missing over on the west end of the property. I can go through all these bushes. The tree is solid, the bushes are not. This does not appear to be a thorny bush. And I've noticed flowers over on the east side of the property, but they weren't particularly thorny. I guess while I'm here, root cellar. Do any of the outer rooms suggest somewhere that I could get water? Or where would the origin of the water be? Like the wine cellar goes down, but there isn't an obvious water origin under the house there. A key to the secret garden. You can dig that up in the root cellar. I had no idea. No sign has been found. XYZ ABC. That's in my list of things that have blue ink on them. Continuing to get observatory stars with my very, very, very successful experiment. Yeah, I had really good luck today. I have 12 successful triggers, so I gained 12 stars from my lab experiment. And I started it pretty late in the day. I'd already drawn like half the house, and I hadn't even drawn the root cellar yet. So that was super lucky. It occurred to me, Simon P. Jones, it might just be the besoiled child and not the besoiled children. And the D then being pulled off could also be intentional. I haven't done much work like trying to anagram just the letters that are pictured here. But perhaps there's like an anagram thing going on. And I am the besoiled child. But that seems like something someone would say because like Mary married like out of the like royals or aristocracy or whatever when she married my father or something maybe. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I want to try is, in order to get water from the West Spring, try going down to the precipice and see if I can somehow grab water out of the waterfall. I can't get water out of this fountain, right? I can make a wish. But yeah, no interaction from the watering can there. I guess the reservoir in the basement, could that also be the origin of the West Spring? I guess we could try that in a minute too. But for now, I like my idea of catching the waterfall water. So when I'm down on the precipice, I can hear the waterfall. I can see the waterfall over there. Can I get close enough to it? Yeah, it's like right here. It's like right there. But this is as far as things go. Because now I'm up to Old Realm and Ruin. And I can't go further to try to get water from the West Spring over there, which I think is where it would be. I don't think any of these other overlooks had waterfall water flowing down for them. And I don't think there's anywhere else that I could be. I guess let me go read the exact text of the clue again. Actually, while I'm here, like I've got 64 steps. It'll only be like wasting one or something. I'm curious. If I come back to this place, and my running shoes actually helping me. Alright, so this puzzle stayed up. Alzara, or whoever you are, is still just here in the chair. I don't imagine that solving these would do anything different again. I kind of am curious if I would get the key again in here. And I guess now that I know the answer, it's pretty easy to just do that, and that, and then that. And yes, the Key of Ares is back here. There's no reason for me to pick it up now, but now I know that it's just that easy to get, and I didn't have to like wait a certain time or anything. So I guess once it pops up once, maybe it just stays popped up forever. Which I did not realize at the time, when I was being cross about having to wait 30 to 40 minutes each time I wanted to try the puzzle. I guess I'd reset the day the one day because I thought I had to look at the same whatchadoodle. Do I have a full chessboard by any chance? I don't think I drafted The Office, so no. So I can't even entertain thoughts of fiddling with that right at the moment. But yeah, I think I had reset the day, and so I never had a chance to witness if that clock puzzle was going to stay up, so on future days I wouldn't have to wait until the sacred hour with empty inventory in order to actually be able to try the puzzle a second time. But it just hadn't occurred to me at the time that I'd Alt F4'd the previous day. So, the West Spring. Other possible origins of the West Spring. It seemed to be coming out of like a grate on the side of the house. Something down here I think would not be tall enough, and similarly for something in the tunnel I don't think would be tall enough to be like the origin of the West Spring. Where else could I go looking? And do I want to look for any rosy thorns or something? This is a very dangerous place. There are many places you can fall from high places. Down this tunnel, I don't think there was anything resembling water or a spring or an origin there. The West Spring. I said I was going to go look at the clue again, and I didn't actually pull up the text. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. The waters of the West Spring. Is there any way to interpret the waters of the West Spring that doesn't involve the actual literal water that's over here? And do I want to spend steps going in the tunnel, or do I want to look elsewhere up here? I feel like I want to look elsewhere up here. I feel like that's too low to possibly be the origins. The waters of the West Spring. I haven't really done a whole lot of looking on the east side of the property recently anyway. So just to help my own brainstorming. Blackbridge Grotto? Was there any water up through here? And I presume the, yeah, the microchips are back in here, and so this is all whatever. An episode or two ago, I traded the ornate compass for an upgrade disc and then completely forgot about it. Sorry about that. I only noticed it in video editing. And by then, it was kind of too late to do anything about it. I guess I could have put a note in the video, so that you all would know that I knew. But I did not do so. There's Reddington to the north. Here's a lovely day. I don't see anything that could be the origin of the West Spring out here. And I forget, can I see the satellite dish from over here somewhere? I don't think I can. Is the satellite dish even up right now? I'm not sure after you put it up that you could bring it back down. Or does it only up when the microchips are in it? No, I think, yeah, the satellite dish is up. Okay, I have noticed flowers, even if I haven't noticed thorny roses. Like there's some flowers right over here somewhere. Yeah, these flowers, they're not thorny roses. I don't think there's any flowers in here. I don't think there's anything that would be like water origins in here. Here is a stump that has collision. Doesn't look too noteworthy. The apple orchard. Like, I don't think this place has anything for me. Yeah, I don't think this place has anything for me. I don't think the apple orchard does either, but I just want to set eyes on them once again. Also, it's got nice music out here. So yeah, sundial thingy is up. Ready to accept microchips. Still don't have a sense of Danny took a couple of the rubies or something. And we still have to come back to barren ground, marked with an X. Have I been over this entire document with a magnifying glass? While I'm here, I might as well do it. I don't know if it's noteworthy that this spade is pointing upwards and this spade is pointing rightwards. That's kind of interesting in terms of, like, it could be like a directional clue for something at some point. Saying it aloud, perhaps I'll remember it in case it ever comes up. I have no idea, like, I think we're getting close to, like, a second ending, maybe. And it sounded like, from what I was talking to my friend, that there's still, like, unsolved bits in the community, or maybe just, like, a lot of red herrings. Like, there's definitely red herrings in this game. But I'm not sure how neatly tied down the end of this LP will turn out, regardless of how I play. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, like, look at these. Yeah, I don't see it as much now. I thought when I was looking at it, it looked kind of like it was in the shape of a butterfly. Like, these are its, the blue and the pink here are its little, like, feeler thingies, and that's one wing, and that's the other wing, and it kind of looks like a butterfly, and there was a butterfly at the end of, Mary's book, a blue butterfly that was, like, sailing off and causing me to look at the sky. The sky keeps coming up, and there's even a picture of the blue prince, like, holding a magnifying glass looking up to the sky to the north. And there is a blue tense clue that says in eclipses are only visible in the north sky. And so I do wonder if there's anything that involves, like, staring off into space, possibly on a certain day of the month. Darker the days come forth in the clock tower. Could be like the 4th day of the month or something is going to be, like, extra dark, and then you'd be able to see an eclipse or something. I don't know. I'm just, like, making up random stuff. That sounds good to me. Okay, somewhere out of here, like, I can't think of anything inside the house. So let's look at the rooms I've drafted. that could possibly be the source of, like, underground water. Like, I didn't draft the pump, but there's the pump room that's obviously shunting water all around. There's the pool. You know, kitchen, lavatory, fountain, all those things. Do I have any water sources that I could fill up the watering can with just to bring it back to the library and see if it lets me pour normal water on it? Just occurred to me. I do still have drafting power, actually. I have one room off the passageway. I might be able to get the kitchen to fill up the watering can that way. And then bring it to the library. Because I feel like I already looked as thoroughly as I could at the Western River Path or whatever. My foundation elevator is currently down. So that will be the quickest way to get back to the kitchen. But I guess it also does afford us the opportunity while we're down here, just to see if I can go over to the reservoir. My reservoir, what's the water level of my reservoir, though? It's not super low. I wonder if I can fill the watering can by clicking on the reservoir somehow. Does not appear so. And it's just at this odd level where the safe house is kind of flooded right now and I can't get to the boat. I should probably go back to the safe house at some point, because I think I went there once or twice, like around episode 40s or 50s, and then never went back again. And is there any reason for me to do... Where am I over here? Right. Why am I confused all of a sudden? Is there anything with water up toward the inner sanctum? I don't think so. So there's no reason to go past the cogwheel. So let's see if I can draft the kitchen in my last spot. Oh wow, kitchen, first try. I mean, I did have like 14 rerolls if I needed it. Is the kitchen the correct room? Yes, it is. Kitchen. And while I'm here, I've got plenty of money to spend, and a chef salad will be super delicious, and a club sandwich would too, so why not? I've already had a banana in real life, and I have another one sitting on the table, so maybe I won't worry about that right now. But, turn on the water. Oh no! Did I pump the water out of the kitchen? I must have pumped the water out of the kitchen at some point. Is there any chance I can't draft the pump because I don't have the pool, so the pump's not even in the pool? Rats. Is there anywhere else that you can get water for the watering can? I can't think of anything. It feels to me like I've tried the lavatory before and it didn't work. So I think conservatory would not have it, right? I have a gazillion rerolls. Let's just see if anything shows up where I go, oh, I could get water there that I haven't thought of. I am curious to go back to Lost and Found again at some point. Pantry, I don't believe has any water. Clock tower, no reason to believe there's water there. Lavatory, I don't think there's water there. But you know what? Let's just triple check. I have a watering can in my inventory. Does it show me that it's empty right now? No, it still just says it's limited capacity. It doesn't show what its actual capacity is. So, can I can't click on the sink here. Can't click on the soap container. Can't click on this. There does appear to be water in the bottom of the tub, but I can't use that either. And I can't open up the toilet and try to get some water from there either, it would seem. Okay. Well, I was not able to try to use my watering can today in the library with just some normal water, and I still have no idea what it's talking about with the West Spring, and I still have no idea what the other clue was talking about. So we had a brief moment of excitement where we found new stuff, and then I feel like I've already hit a wall pretty hard. And I don't have a break room today, so I might as well call it a day inside a green room so that, oops, it's the wrong way, so that I can hold on to my royal scepter and then draft more green rooms that I can use for emptying the watering can if I ever need to do that on future days, I think. So I guess that is a strategy I will choose to employ. I'm pretty sure there's a green room right over here. And we do have a moon pendant as well, so that could help us out. But yeah, I don't know about things and stuff. And I'm not sure how long this episode turned out to be, but that's where I'm going to call it a day for now, because I've been recording for over an hour. I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more blueprints, where I'm not sure if and what's going to happen, so wish me luck. For now, bye-bye.